නමුත් ඉතින් මේ වගේ සම්මානයක් ලැබෙච්ච එක දැන් මේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් දැන් අවුරුදු 40ක් විතර ගිහලා මම ලැබෙච්ච එක ලොකු දෙයක් ඒක. අගය කිරීමක් කියලා මම විශ්වාස කරනවා ඒක.
So first time in Sri Lanka, award is being given to journalists, especially journalists working in outstations out of Colombo, provincial journalists, freelance journalists, mainly the freelance provincial journalists, on the merits of their articles written on public service values. There has been a campaign, so 5 organizers got together and working under the program of Voice of Reconciliation of Center for Policy Alternatives has launched this public service, promoting public service values in journalism campaign in Sri Lanka.
Public service journalism has a vital role to play in Sri Lanka today. Public service journalism aims to get journalists involved in their community. Now that sounds simple, but most of the time journalists are involved in reporting problems. They report bad news, things that happen that affect people, but they don't actually report on the consequences to people's lives. What public service journalism tries to do is to not only report the problem, but also to try and find a solution to the problem.
නමුත් මම කොළඹ කේන්ද්‍රීයව වැඩ කරන ජනමාධ්‍යවේදියෙක් හැටියට කොළඹ කේන්ද්‍රීය ජනමාධ්‍ය ආයතනවල වැඩ කරන සංවිධාන නිලධාරියෙක් හැටියට යම්කිසි වචනයක් දෙකක් ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න ඕන කියලා මම හිතුවා.
So the people in village called Liangahayala, they want to open their hospital because it's close. There is no doctors and no necessary things to the hospital. Then they ask for me, they want to make a program about this hospital because they want to open that hospital. Then I asked them what we can do, and they said we can make the program about this hospital and give our needs to the people who get the things correct in provincial council and health department. After that program 6 months ago, now the hospital are open. The patient can get their treatment in their village. I'm really happy about that.
In Ambalangoda, a person was shot dead during a dispute between two groups in a restaurant last night. Police said the victim was a bystander and 2 others who were injured in the incident.
ඥාතීන් විසින් මිනි පෙට්ටි සපයා නොතිබූ මලසිරු පොලිතින් බෑග් තුල බහා වන්නේ මුදා නොගත් ප්‍රදේශවලට රැගෙන යාමට රතුකුරුස් කමිටු නිලධාරීන් පියවර ගත්තා.
බෝට්ටු 12ක් මුහුදුබත් වූ අතර 7ක් ගින්නෙන් විනාශ වූ බවයි නාවික හමුදා ප්‍රකාශක.
Priorities in media is politics, crime, sex and things like that. Special day-to-day democratic issues like education, health, transport, child rights, gender equity, diversity, tolerance of other views are not considered as something worth reporting. It gets very minimal reporting. One is I discuss why we need a new framework, or why we need to promote public service journalism as a framework. Take examples from their own areas. That they are the people who write about earth slips and drought, and if there is floods, anything. They are the people who write about people's issues. They are the people who know about their schools, their health system, their transport system, but they all know that they don't get enough space in those areas. In 5 to 10 years, we'll see a completely different media landscape in Sri Lanka. Most houses is having computers, and we are checking internet, and we are having a singular websites. And when that start to become, there will be more people. People will become journalists. Citizen journalism will emerge, and if we don't change with that, we will be left behind. Third, we discussed the value of solidarity and how now we 5 organizations got together to do that. That's really achievement at the national level. We are cutting across, state, private, Tamils, ethnic, and everything. We are cutting across. We have got together in the national level and provincial level. They are state divisions, and we urge them to get together and make one center and come up with professional rights, working rights. And we say that we need to win our rights, and we need to get 10 most demands of provincial journalists, and we have to start discussing with the owners and editors. We need to do a good job. We need to get ready for changes, and at the same time we need to fight for our rights. These are the short message I have been telling them at every prize ceremony.
තෑගට හේතුවනි මගේ මේ ත්‍යාගයට හේතුවෙච්ච ලිපිය සුනාමි ව්‍යසනයත් සමගම රටේ පැතිර ගියා ලුණු හිගයක් ඇති වෙනවා කියලා. එහෙම ලුණු හිගයක් නැහැ කියන එක මම පරිශනාත්මක ලිපියක් ලිව්වා. ඒ තුලින් ජනතාව දැනුවත් කිරීම සඳහා තමයි මේ සම්මානය සඳහා මාව සුදුසුකම් විදියට තෝරගත්තේ. ජනමාධ්‍යවේදීන් විදියට අපිව දිරිමත් කිරීම සඳහා මේ සම්මානය හුඟ දුරට ඉවහල් වෙනවා කියලා මම ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
This is one of the most successful and most, I would say, gives you some kind of satisfaction of you are doing something, and journalists have their ownership. And this is one of the things that has given us such a strength that we should keep on going doing this, because when you see that journalists get together and only 3 journalists get awards, but you get 50 journalists, 40 to 50, 100 journalists coming to appreciate their peers and to understand that this is something that we have been doing, and we should appreciate each other, and we should have a dignity of our profession. I think this is something we really should try to keep going at least few years until the provinces will take it over to themselves and have ownership, and they will carry it forward.